My name is Damo,
I'm cool. I'm Just.
and we are Financially Lit. Welcome everybody to episode 8. My name is Damo,
I'm cool. I'm Just.
and we are Financially Lit. We want to thank you guys for tuning in to our previous shows and this show's. Welcome our first time viewers. We're just going to dive right into it. We have a special guest with us here today, Brian Kyser. Brian, we appreciate you being on the show. He's going to follow us. Basically, he's going to follow us through the process of Think and Grow Rich. We think it'd be a dope thing to actually add another perspective into how we interpret and how we push it out, our interpretation to our viewers, and just get another person's perspective. So, welcome, Brian.
Thank you.
Yeah, so, just purpose.
The purpose of our show is to gather information from all type of businesses and ways to get it, how to be financially lit. Financial literacy is what we talk about. We basically gather information so people can come to our shows and figure out like ways to invest, ways to like start a business. We talk about LLCs, trademarks, everything. But we just try to make it easier for everybody to learn things that we learn. And we don't know everything, so leave in the comments feedback, questions, anything, we get back to it. Like I said, we learning together, so let's make it easy, let's make it fun.
Yes, sir.
This episode, we're going to be talking about this new book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. You got the book?
Yeah.
Just in case you guys want to see what it looks like. This is the book right here, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Pretty good book. You guys think so far?
So far, yeah. Going into it, I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it too. So we'll be going over chapters 1 and 2 and take it off from there. Chapter 1.
The first chapter is Power of Thoughts. I like that chapter a lot because I think thoughts are things. I think if you can think about it, you can manifest it, you can bring it to life. As long as you make it a habit and just work at it all day. It's all about action. You got to turn thoughts into action. You got to have desire about it, but I'm big on that.
I think starting out with the power of thought, I thought that was an excellent way to start out the book because what a person thinks is that's what they is.
Right.
So and it taught in the process of thought comes manifestation. So if you constantly thinking a thought, it's eventually gonna manifest, whether it's a negative thing or a positive thing. And when you have that thought process of I want to be rich or I want to progress in whatever I want to do, that's what you gonna desire to do, which we will get into in chapter 2 with the desire. But yeah, I like how he started out the conversation with giving us the perspective of how one's desire into a certain project caused them to not be scared to even hear the word no.
Right.
You know, so they took the process of no even differently. Sometimes no for, like I always said, no ain't, I don't care
What's
what person say. I mean, what's the worst
No.
thing you have? Yes or no, and
You're
you
gonna hear
can
1,000 no's.
you're gonna hear 1,000 no's, but that one yes gonna just mean way more than them 1,000 no's ever meant. So I definitely think the thought process of a person going into any business, any financial situation, even at home, it's a really big thing.
Yeah, what I think about it, they pretty much tapped into it, both of them. With the thought process, you know, reading the first chapter, it's not about the things that you think, but it's about how you think about it. So in the book, it tell you not only what you think of is good, but it changes on how you think about things, which was a big thing I thought about.
And how also, like what gets in the way of a lot of like people is that they constantly thinking about fear or failure, but that reflects in your work. Like the more you think positive, the more positive work come out.
Right. How you think.
Yeah. If you're constantly thinking negative and that you're gonna lose, then you're gonna lose.
Right.
If you wake up every morning thinking positive, today I'm gonna get it, it's gonna eventually happen. Thoughts are things like they say, but basically that's what I think about it.
What you think about it, Brian?
Yeah, I think, just with whatever you pretty much you set your mind to,
it can manifest as long as you stay persistent at it, as long as you stay consistent on your goal, and as long as you take every no that you get, figure out another way, figure out another solution towards how that can actually happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at everything around us, how everything, all these inventions. You know what I'm saying? Somebody took something with a simple idea and they created it into what it is now.
Right.
But it took time, persistence, and just trying a different approach at the goal or whatever it is that the image that they're trying to create for what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people in the book, it said that you was talking about inventions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of people in the book, it was talking about
The V8.
yeah, it went back to a lot of different people, and a lot of people had struggles, and the way they came up with these inventions was because of the struggle, and they created a new way, and it just took off from there with them, you know.
Yeah, like when they was talking about like the planes, how the planes were invented.
Right, and then they made it better.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Yeah. He also elaborated how it was fear that came with it. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that kind of stuck out to me, he said, success is always 1 foot forward over defeat or fear.
Oh, yeah.
So like when you think about it, like we're gonna come across, even in what we doing right now on Financially Lit, it's gonna be times when we be, I don't know if we could do that, like
right.
I don't, because we it's that fear, but sometimes just taking that foot over, you just never know what the possibilities could come from it. I like that even in us doing Financially Lit, we've taken a foot forward in our own little stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I can say for myself, you know what I'm saying, since starting Financially Lit, I have done so much stuff. Like this group, I'm appreciative for because it allowed me to open my mind to so many different things and not be scared to do it. You know what I'm saying? Just do it. You know what I'm saying? Just put that money up. Just
a lot
go
of
ahead, put
different
that money
ways
up.
to
Yeah,
do it
and
too,
there's so many ways to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Always researching it and looking for different ways and new approaches and just ways to get in there.
And then with bringing people on the show too, I see how when we think we about to do something and we go forward, sometimes the way that we doing it be like extremely hard from what it could be,
right.
But we didn't know that had we not had certain people on the show. You know what I'm saying? We learned from different stuff. So I think I'm appreciative of that, and I think it go hand in hand with Think and Grow Rich, with that thought process and just putting that foot forward and forgetting about the fear, forgetting about what one person may say about whatever you got going on. I've seen you grow, and I've even talking to you in conversations, like I see like the growth process in all of us individually, so I'm definitely appreciative of that and this book.
This book definitely makes you go, like it opens your mind, but it makes you like think like, well, if I get told no, I'm just gonna keep going at it, and somebody gonna like my ideas, somebody gonna like my project, somebody gonna like it, regardless of how long it take or when it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, and this book opens your mind to where you're like, all right, well, it didn't work this time, but I'm gonna just shoot at it again, and then soon as you get that first yes, it's like a big accomplishment. It just make you go way harder, and that just delete the fear, and it just make you go.
Yeah, and if you're starting off on this book, we just starting off, so it tells you to read chapter by chapter. Don't skip through it.
Yeah, it's a step process to it. Yes,
don't skip through it.
you can't get to the end of it starting at 10.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to get 1 first before you can get to 2 to get to 3. So
right.
A lot of people, and that's, you just said something so valuable, because a lot of people, or even us and ourselves, we want to just jump to that. You know what I'm saying? When we got all these little steps we got to get to before we can just get to that.
It's like going
patience and everything.
Patience.
It's like going upstairs. You can't just jump to the top.
Right.
You gotta take each one.
Like jumping up there, they like, oh yeah, you got this. You be like, God, what you talking about? Like,
right.
You gotta go on back down to step 1.
Right.
Get that paperwork together.
Make sure you read the whole chapter too.
Yeah.
Just don't miss out nothing. Get your little highlighter, your pen, whatever you got to do. But it's a whole lot of key points in the book to where it make you think, open your mind, where you just, I don't know, you just go harder with stuff.
I guess I'll start out with a question. Just because when we tap into fear, has there ever been a time where you were super fearful of an opportunity or a project, and how did you overcome it?
Plenty times. I gotta think about it real quick. Let's let Brian go first.
Yeah, no problem.
I see.
Yeah, see, I've had like opportunities that were presented to me, but because of some of the fears that I had, I was like hopscotch. I don't know if I want to, you know what I'm saying. I don't know if I want to dive into that, but in order to overcome your fears, you gotta face them. You know, one of my fears was, you know what I'm saying, being scared of heights. You know what I'm saying. So eventually, I was like, man, you know what? If this is the altitude I'm trying to reach, I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? I gotta take these steps in order to get to that level in life where I want to be, and the team that's around me. You know, it's not being an entrepreneur, being, you know what I'm saying, reading books. It's not just about yourself. It's about everybody around you elevating,
Right.
but you elevating as a whole, not as one, as a unit.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much as far as, you know what I'm saying, the fears and the heights and stuff like that. Whatever goal that you're trying to reach in life, you gotta get there. You got fears you gotta overcome to get there. You just gotta face them, and grow as you grow through them.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. I say, I'm gonna be honest. Financially lit was a huge fear for me.
Yeah.
Only because we know how powerful it is, but putting it out there and in a way where you're persuading people that this is important. Education is so hard to just put out there. Period. No one want people don't even like going to school. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for us to be have a platform where we're educating people, that was like, oh man, I know how important it is, but I don't know if we gonna be able, like, who gonna like it? Who gonna like it? Who gonna watch it? Who gonna really sit down and watch these 30, 40-minute videos, even though we dropping gems? Like, we didn't have some amazing guests on this show that had dropped gems. So, and people don't want to watch a video to understand. They just want people to just tell me, like right now, just tell me in like 30 seconds what I gotta do. They don't want to understand it. You know what I'm saying? They just want to they don't got patience. So
Instant gratification.
So that was like a thing to where I was like, I don't know how people gonna take this, but I knew how important it was. That's what made me go ahead and put that foot forward. And since then, like, we done had our bumps. We done been trying to like, hey man, watch the show. Hey man, watch the show. But it didn't take that many hey man, watch the shows. Like, people are watching the show, like, little by little. Even if it's just a little snippet, and the amount of people that reach out to us and thank us for the content, you know what I'm saying, is very appreciative.
People ask me all day, like, what's financially lit?
Yeah.
I'm telling you all day.
Yeah.
Just asking me. I'm like, watch the show, but I explained to them a little bit.
Yeah.
Financial literacy, you know, we coming, but you gotta watch the show, figure it out, and we helping everybody, help each other.
And I take it like this: if we put in that amount of effort to go out and find resources and read these books, to be the middleman to tell you in 30 minutes something that we didn't took a week of preparation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the least somebody could be like, yo, man, look, these boys have been working on this for a whole week just to put it out to us in 30 minutes. Like, yeah. So, I mean, the same amount of effort that it take us, we gotta challenge our people to do the same for themselves.
Funny,
you know
So you gotta wanna learn.
You gotta wanna
I like
learn.
how you said that. It would take me back to like playing sports or something. You just practice for that one game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta put that time and that effort in.
Practice makes perfect, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, just with that too, this book I was reading, but it pretty much just said anything that you do or any goal that you're trying to attain, even though you know a goal that you're reaching at, it may not happen within that first month, within that first half a year, but everything that you approach is just little amounts of effort that add over time.
Right.
is. It's like right now, the efforts that you're making, just give a little bit more. Just give a little bit more if that little effort ain't maybe enough for that time that you do.
Right.
Use your time wisely and apply more pressure to yourself every day. You'll get there.
You gotta think, there's people out here that have been going harder. They crashed for 3, 4, 5 years.
10 years.
Yeah, and they just now seeing something from it. But you gotta understand that there's a lot of people out here that's trying to do what you're doing too. Regardless, you might think it's something special, but somebody's out here trying to do it, and they pushing it somewhere. So you gotta get up early if you got to. You gotta go harder than the next person. But it's a lot of people out here doing something to where you gotta stand out and you gotta work hard. Sometimes it might take a couple of years, but it's gonna pay off. You're gonna see progress a little bit the way, but you can't get discouraged at all. You just gotta keep going and look at the bigger picture.
Yeah, my pops always told me, like, there's always somebody out there working harder than you.
Oh, for
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially, don't let me be just sitting on the couch.
Oh,
You chilling.
Like, you want to do this? And
Oh,
you sitting on
okay,
the
you know
couch?
somebody out there on the court right now practicing while you chilling on the couch. Like, but it wasn't even about the basketball thing. It was just more. It was just telling me, like, just mentally, just pushing myself in my adult years. Like, it's always gonna be somebody out there working harder.
That's
than
how
you.
it was when I was in acting. That's another fear I had to overcome. When I was trying to get into acting, I was big on procrastination. I didn't want to get in front of that camera, and people was always telling me, like, why you sitting there chilling, scared, you got fear of being in the camera. There's other people out here recording all day, sending places here, submitting here. So I had to get over the fear of getting in front of the camera. I didn't take it serious, so I didn't go as planned, but I did overcome the fear of camera. I'm not too scared of being in the camera. Maybe on spot, but give me a couple minutes and I'll jump in front of the camera. But, you know, I had to get over that. That was a big fear of mine. But I overcame it, though. Took some time, but I did it.
What you cool? What's your fear? Or if you had a fear?
I done have many fears. I'm thinking of one to speak on. Probably, you know what? I'm gonna just start with something fresh. A fear of getting my leg back together. People saying, "Oh, you ain't gonna be able to do this or do that." I'm still working on it. So, I just taking off what you said. Just that little bit of effort every day is gonna get me back to where I want to go. So that's my biggest fear right now. Seeing how good I can get this leg back. I'm gonna get it good though.
You scared you're gonna get the running and the jumping before you expect
Right.
it? you scared of the good stuff. But maybe because that's sometimes too. What I just thought about when you said that is a crutch, because you've been in pain and you've been not operating your leg how it used to. That it's a crutch now, so
Right.
you are fearful of what may happen when you do progress and get back to normal. So
You don't
like
want
that's
putting weight on
Yeah.
it, putting weight on it, walking, all type of stuff. I was
Yeah.
scared of. It was a mind thing for real. It was a big
definitely
mind
it's a
thing.
mind thing, yup.
I
And
just had
that's
to keep telling myself I can do it.
the
Nah.
power of your thoughts.
Yeah.
Power of your thoughts.
Yeah.
Just make it a habit. You do get up every day and work it out, though, but
Yeah.
you do make it a habit, but it'll get there when it get there.
Right,
Can't
yeah.
rush it.
Nah.
Trying to
Yeah.
climb ladders and everything, and fall, and now you back where you was.
Or even worse.
Yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, that's fear. Y'all ain't got any questions?
So you
for
know,
us
I
about
got
chapter
a question
Okay.
for chapter 1. In chapter 1, it pointed out going to the people that have already achieved what you want to do.
Mm.
So my question is, do you surround yourself with those people?
Oh, most certainly. Yes, them the people that you want to be. Them the people that you want to be around. You want to be around people that's of your caliber or
Right.
above.
Yeah.
Because anybody below that is going to pull you down, you know, in some sort of way. Unless you can see that they trying to
Yeah.
build. So I won't say like don't have people around you that ain't doing that.
But you need to limit it.
Yeah.
You need to be around the people that's either where you at or where you want to be.
Where you want to be.
Right.
You know?
More than around these people. I'm
Yeah.
working on that now. Because I like to kick it, but I'm getting more in the business mind where I got to surround myself with people that's trying to do what I'm trying to do. But I'm better at it now. I don't really kick it too much now, but you know how that goes.
Yeah, I'm still young. Young. I'm an old head, so you know.
24.
Really kick it like that, but I do even with, because you gotta when you said you kick it a lot, it's not even a bad thing, because I've had business meetings in bars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's like a thing. Like, I don't think people understand that. Like, a lot of business is conducted in bars and stuff like that.
A
So
lot of business, man. You walk in the bar sometimes, see people in there with suits on and
drunk as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but they talking though.
yeah, as long as if you having a good time, have a good time with people that's gonna benefit you. You know what I'm saying? And people that's gonna get on you when you slipping.
Right.
But yeah, for me, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What about you?
Yeah, I mean, just staying focused on, you know what I'm saying, what your objective is. It was one point you asked me, what did you say? When you started, it was a point I wanted to tap into.
Oh, you did? That's something I said before?
Yeah, what did you say when you first started? 'Cause I know how I'm about to.
One of your fears was his fears was with his leg.
It was
When we first started the
when I
video,
first started this one. It was what was it?
the thoughts.
Thought process, how you think?
Thought process. My bad, y'all.
Oh, you good?
Yeah,
You sure?
I swim back around. What was the question again?
The question that he just asked, do we surround ourselves with people?
Oh
who are like
that's what it was. Okay. So yeah, basically like you want to surround yourself with people who already been through what you haven't. That's how you learn. Like you may start something today. We all may do something new today. But people who have already started, they took their days by days, and now they're the expert.
Mm-hmm.
So in order for us to get there, we have to take our approach and so that we become experts too. We just gotta practice that.
Mm-hmm.
Day
We
by
gotta
day
practice
by
that.
day.
Mm-hmm.
Day by day.
Yeah.
You can get a mentor too.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a mentor now, but it ain't too many people that's really doing what I'm trying to do. Where they further than me. There's a lot of people that's where I'm at, but I'm trying to get a mentor to where he like 10 steps ahead of me. Where he catching deals every day. But I do surround myself with people that's trying to be where I'm trying to be. Just to stay focused, like you said, but I'm getting there.
I didn't know you was looking for a mentor.
Yeah.
I got somebody for you.
For real.
Boom, there you go. That's
Right.
why it's not all
Why you
about what
talk.
you know, it's about who you know.
Communication.
You know what I'm saying? And we definitely live in that world where it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. That's
I
why it's
swear.
important of who you surround yourself with.
It's even like getting a job.
Yes,
Who you know?
definitely, definitely. And a lot of stuff that we've got as far as through Financially Lit has been
Right.
through who we knew.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? From graphics to videos to shirts to having guests on the show. A lot of people that's been our guests on the show have been people we've been knowing for years. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely important who you surround yourself with and how you carry yourself too.
Right.
Because how
First
you carry
impression, for
yourself,
sure.
people is not gonna want to mess with you depending on how you carry yourself.
Right,
So
yeah.
yeah.
That's big. How you carry yourself. Like, that's big.
First
yo.
impression.
Yeah, that's big. People walk in there all and they don't like how you walked in.
But it ain't even that though. It's just it's first impression, but I really think it's what come out your mouth.
Oh, for sure.
That for sure.
Yeah.
Cause that'll just tell it
Yeah.
off right there.
Yeah.
You could come in looking bummy, but I'm not gonna judge you off that.
No,
I'm
no.
gonna wait till you get to talking.
Yeah, I like with a person like appearance never really phased me because smart people I've known ain't got on chains and all that.
Right,
They probably dress like this, like us, like just
Yeah.
regular people. But it's always how a person talks to people, how
Right,
you
right.
treat people,
Yeah.
what they saying,
Some people you be like, yeah.
who they surround
This ain't gonna
themselves
work.
with, and too it depends on who they surround themselves with too.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
a lot of times I look at your surroundings, I be like, I mean, I'd be cool with them with statistics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to be too caught up. I don't know everything. So and we don't ask a lot of questions these days. So we don't get nobody business
at all.
Yeah, and just to tie into that, it's also people who you surround yourself with, or you may think they may not be as successful as they are or as knowledgeable as they are until you speak to them.
Yeah.
Like I know people who have, you know, saying, multiple jobs, but when they change their attire, you wouldn't know that they actually, you know what I'm saying, have a learned skill set in that field unless you talk to them.
Right.
You can be a lawyer one minute and a coach by night.
Right.
But you would never know that if you don't learn how to communicate and talk to people.
Like,
but it's not just learning something, but it's just being mindful that because we all not dressed up, that we're not successful, or because we don't wear suits, or we don't wear things that show that we have what we have. That's not necessarily true. Your attire don't make you your mindset do.
Right.
What you wear is just what you wear.
Yeah, that's crazy to say that, because we've had like people like when we're off camera and we're all just talking and we ask each other, like they ask us what we do and they be like, for real? Like
right. They even think, you know.
Yeah, like wait, you think welding? You a welder? You an engineer? You do housing? Like I mean, this is how we just be, man. We just be comfortable. Like when I come home, that's probably because when we all said it though. Both of us both said it. Well, all three of us have said it. When we gotten off of our work and we come home, we don't bring our work home.
Right.
So when I come home, I'm Dominique. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing the game. I'm hooping. I might read a book, kick it with my wife. But when I go to work, I go to work. That's not, yeah. As soon as I clock out, bye. Don't call me. Don't text me. Don't email me. Don't nothing. I'll see you tomorrow. I don't ask you about no databases, no nothing, bro. I'm on work. Right. But even having a conversation with you, I didn't even know you ran your own business. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were just talking, and I'm like, so what is it that you do? He said, oh, I had no idea he ran his own business, but you just never know until you talk to a person.
Right.
And it didn't, when he said he ran his own business, it didn't up a leverage on how I felt about it. Because when he came to us and had a discussion, the way he just talked was just like, he's smart, man. Yeah. You could tell he going places with himself and he wants something out of himself. And then when it just kept going on until talking about financial literacy, and I'm just like, what you do? Oh, I got my own business. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense, you know? So, yeah. Never judge a book by its cover, but definitely, I wouldn't say judge a person by what they say either, too, but be mindful.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Give them a chance.
Give them a chance, because a lot of times people just be talking out their butt sometimes. So a lot of people talk out of emotions instead of logic. You know what I'm saying? So
and a lot of people come in more comfortable. You know, like they come in talking comfortable. You gotta like dig at them a little bit, then they get to talking. Like you be like, oh yeah, I see where you're coming from. Yeah. But they come in all silly, and you gotta bring them down a little bit, calm them down, talk to them. But that's how it be. Some people just they be ready to talk. Some people talkers though.
Yeah.
Rambling at the mouth.
I think that's the people that want to fit in.
Yeah, like they trying a little hard. You gotta calm them down a little bit.
Relax.
Open your mind a little bit.
You can talk for 20 minutes straight. Nobody said nothing.
I'm about the same thing.
Oh, everything. For real.
Oh my God. But yeah, that chapter 1 was amazing.
Chapter 2 was still on the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon. Talks about desire, and pretty much, it's self-explanatory. Desire, some people call it burning desire, and if you have a desire for something, you know you're gonna keep going at it no matter what, no matter how many no's you get, no matter how many yeses you get, you still gonna keep going for it because you got a desire for it. And I like to use the word passion too. Mm-hmm. So I like that word better for me, passion. You know, desire, I like the word passion. If you got a passion for something, you're just going to keep going at it. So, you had a question you want to start with on chapter 2?
Pretty much my question is, chapter 2 is about desire, but the question is, what do you learn from defeat? What do you learn from defeat to fuel what you desire?
I think,
Go ahead.
I think everybody need to feel defeat, like not like just so you can learn. I think you learn a lot from it, because if you don't lose, you don't learn. I mean, you just can't just skip right to the top. You're gonna fall. You're gonna bump your head a little bit, and that's the experience. That's a learning experience. That's what you know what not to do. Because if everything was just handed to you, we wouldn't. I mean, there would be no even point of us talking about nothing. We literally gotta go through defeat. We gotta go through. That's how you defeat fear, though, is by going through that type of stuff. You learn, and you're not so scared anymore. You just on go about everything, and you're still cautious because you know you can fail, but you know how to avoid it.
I think there's a line of appreciation too for the journey and the experience. I wouldn't appreciate a lot of the things that I went through in life had I not fallen and bumped my head and fallen again and bumped my head. Like so, but it's definitely a learning aspect to it. I learned so I don't have to make the same mistake again. But it's also like it's endearing to like talk about that stuff too, like because you never know who you helping. And me personally, I don't like a person preaching to me something that they've never went through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
And defeat is how we come up with our stories, like you're saying. Like you like talking about it. If we never lost, we wouldn't even be able to talk about it. We wouldn't have no stories. Everybody did just all be success stories. Like where the fun in that?
Right.
I mean, it's fun and success, but you want to talk about something you went through, how you got here. Everybody went through different ways to get here.
Yeah.
But
you got to talk about those late nights, those early mornings, those
sweat,
disagreements, and those fighting. You almost dang near about punch somebody in a disagreement. Like, but I mean, out of it comes growth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you can't find growth in comfort. So if you're not experiencing any type of downfall, there's no growth coming from it. You're just going to keep just thinking you doing everything the right way. You know what I'm saying? Right. Or being naive to things, I should say. Okay. But I definitely appreciate all my losses, every last one of them.
Because just with that, it's not that every time we go through times and we feel defeated, but all your experiences shape you. Like all your experiences shape you, no matter good or bad, ups and downs through whatever it is that you're trying. It's your desire that keeps you going. Right. You see, when your desire in turn turns into your passion because you refuse to be defeated, how you may have been defeated in your past.
I look at that word defeat as like a lesson.
Yeah.
You know, for sure. Take it as a lesson. You know, I done been defeated in a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Especially for especially for being a young black man.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. We're already getting looked at by the color of our skin. Well, I don't want to get into all that, but I mean, them just facts.
Those are things that play a part in certain stepping stones that you have to go through.
It being so hard for young black entrepreneurs to get success.
Yeah, that's definitely a stepping stone to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Yeah, it is.
Because
I just want to be conscious to the viewers. You know, I don't want to.
Man,
I don't want to sound
real.
like
It's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? It's real. Like you can't fake realness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you can't find false in a fact. So
like that's. I'm not to cut you off, but I don't know what Nick Cannon said. I heard it was something.
That's way off topic.
That's like I know it's off topic, but
he tried to switch the subject.
Yeah, boy, you way off.
Whatever he said, it got people's heads on both sides looking at him.
That's why you wanted to be cautious of what you said.
Yeah,
okay, I get what you're saying now. I get what you're saying now. Okay, I thought
I
you wanted to talk about that.
Don't Nick Cannon my brother, man. They gonna kick him off the show.
Man, but like he said, or maybe it was you, knowing like like you said, it's already hard enough being a young black entrepreneur. So, and knowing that you have to expect, like the Let twins had told us in a previous episode, that things are going to come with whatever opportunity, whatever business avenue you're going through. You have to expect these things to come. So when it happens, just use it as a learning lesson and progress. So as a young black entrepreneur, you have to understand that you might get told no just because just because of that. Like, they ain't even heard you talk yet. They ain't even know what you got on your mind. They don't even know what project, what invention. That might just be the no. But when you passionate about something, and I speak on passion like it's like no other, because you have to be, in whatever you do in life, you have to be passionate about it. Oh, she gonna quit within the first month, 2 months, 3 months. The first no, you like, I'm out. I'm done. That was a good run. Like, you ain't even in there yet.
Right.
You only asked one person.
You gotta fall.
So, passion, desire is a big thing, and it helps in how you carry your business. I can always tell when a person is passionate about something in their business.
Whereas stand out.
Just want the money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I come to you and I ask you about, we just talked about this, with chicken.
Right.
Yeah, you said, is it flats or wings? And they ain't know. Well, how you not know what your product is? You know what I'm saying? Or you just want my dollar. You just like, look, it's just chicken. Like, you want it or no?
Right.
Like, you just want my dollar. You're not probably passionate about it. But that's an example. You know what I'm saying? If I ask you about a certain thing and you have no clue what it is, you just in it for the dollar.
I see with that, I'm glad you said that. With passion, like for me, example, my business, I don't do it for money. I really don't. It just comes with it. It just comes as a reward. But my reward is the satisfaction of the services that I provide and the satisfaction from my customers. But literally what I do is just literally out of my passion. Like, I enjoy doing it, but it's not for money, because we were here before money was ever created. But we all have gifts within us that we just gotta tap into. But when you're looking at it at the wrong way, as far as like, I want to make this or I want to charge this for this, but your quality in your service or whatever it is that you do, you're not approaching it at the approach that you present it to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You say you offering this, but your quality is half, or you don't know how to deal with people, or you just doing it for all the wrong reasons. Right? Your passion is tied to what you're doing, you will grow.
Yeah, and excuse me, and to add on to what where you was going to where I was thinking of, you know, say you got a business, right? And like you just said, some people don't know how to deal with people. Some people don't know how to count money good or fast. You know what I'm saying? If you got a large scale of a business to where you can hire people to do that, don't be scared to. Don't do everything on your own, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't be scared to hire people, because they can upbring your business too.
And teamwork make the dream work.
On God to do. On God to do. Yeah.
Well, I got a question before I forget. For everybody, what is kind of piggyback over here is like defeat. What turned up your desire? What turned it up? What turned up your passion? Like, what made you want to go harder in what y'all going in? Like, was it defeat? Was it just like self-proving something, or was it just like something wrong around there? But what turned y'all up to where y'all was like, I gotta do this?
I hate to say it, but I hope people can probably understand what I'm trying to say. So, like, you ever, like, with Financially Lit, I'm pretty sure it's probably people like, they don't even know what they're talking about. Like, that be the thing that turned me up.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Proving, not really to prove to them, but to prove to myself that I can really do this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, whenever, even back to modeling, I remember when I was modeling, like,
then,
like, she's a woman modeling men's clothes. I took it as far as modeling in New York Fashion Week. You know what I'm saying? Like, little old me from Toledo, like, it was just stuff like that, like, that just turned me up. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't want to say I want people to do that to me because it'd be like, dang, why you want to prey on people's downfall?
Yeah.
But then it be stuff like that really turn me up. Like, oh yeah, I gotta go.
Hey, this turn me up. But it's also to defeat that little. Everybody got that little voice in their head, like, man, this ain't gonna work. But I try to defeat that. I try to be better than I was yesterday, so I can prove to myself, not only to others and my family, that I can do something. But like, I used to be big on starting something and not finishing. So now I need to prove to myself that I can actually finish something and go all the way through 100%. So I'm pretty much in competition with myself, but you know how that goes.
You are your biggest competitor.
Yeah,
like
yes,
you are literally, when you look in the mirror, that's who the person you need to be in competition with, and that's a good thing too, because you shouldn't even be worried about what's going on outside. Where you just focusing on yourself and the path that you want to go on, or your goals, your manifestation. Like when I wake up, I look, it's a board behind you, like literally. Like what I want to do with myself, you know what I'm saying? Live your best life, made for greatness, like inspired, like a vision board. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you got one too?
Right above my bed.
I used to have one back in the day, but
That it, in a way, it kind of tap into power of your thoughts,
and
because what you see, you think,
right?
and then
Everything.
it go, yeah.
the same with back to that book, Think and Go Rich. How far y'all make it?
I'm like on 4.
Auto suggestion, it tells you the 1 through 6, like to write down. You write down like, oh, I'm gonna do this and what I have to offer to people and what I see myself making by this date. It tells you to write everything down. But I used to have a paper where it used to say like, I'm gonna do such and such, and by here I'm gonna make this amount of money, and just do it like that. But you get up every morning and before you go to bed, you read it. So you tell yourself every day, and you make it a habit. So you're like, all right, I gotta get up. I gotta make this amount of money by this date. So you, like you said, push competition by yourself.
Yep.
What gets me going? Looking back, I used to want to prove to people that I can do this.
Yeah.
Cause I hate when somebody be like, "Oh, you can't do this. You don't know what you're doing." I be like, "All right." I'll have to learn, keep at it. I go right back up to him and be like, watch me do this. They be like, what? Who taught you that? I can't tell you all that, but just know I can do it too.
Right.
Nah, I had plenty of times with people, they like, oh, well, he can do this. I'm just going ahead and let him do it. They be waiting for you to mess up though.
Oh yeah.
Once you mess up, they own you. They like, oh, I told you couldn't do it.
Now that hurt me though. Don't tell me. I told you that. Don't do that.
Right.
Cause that's gonna make me come back 10 times harder though. Like, don't do that.
That's how I used to.
Yeah.
That's how I used to look at it. Like that what used to get me going. But now, what get me going? Probably just doing it for myself. You know what I'm saying? Just learning, because all the skills and things all the things I done learned and retained in my head, I'm still using to this day. So I really just do it just to learn, to have a skill. You know what I'm saying? And the skill set, not just with like working, or like building things, just like with communicating or like how I carry myself. Just skills and like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Communication is a skill for sure.
Oh yeah.
Stuff like that. So
they got tutorials on YouTube about communication.
Yeah.
All type of stuff.
Yeah.
It's big because you need it in business and all that. But
y'all probably won't believe me, but I used to be terrified to talk.
What?
Yeah.
For real?
Yes. Public speaking. Oh my God. Like
I still get a little jitter.
Woo! I'm surprised at how much I talk today. Like even in these videos, like because boy. They be like, all right, Dominic, you gotta go speak. Who's speaking? I'm not speaking.
Sweating and
Hey, it could be in front of the whole family at the family reunion.
Oh, yeah.
You still nervous.
I'm still nervous. I'm talking my whole
nervous.
back would be full of sweat. I'm scared. Like I'm not getting like with the acting back in the day. I'm not getting in front of that camera.
Yeah.
And then I'm in front of people too. No, I'm not doing it. But now I jump out there and get funny, all type of stuff. But it took a little bit, but no.
Yeah.
Nah.
That's just the power of overcoming.
Yeah.
Right,
Just overcoming that fear, because I was the same way. Like, You know, so I took a class, you know what I'm saying, to learn how to public speak. But yeah, when I first started, I'll be up there, hold back. I'm sitting there like this the whole time, like, cause talking in front of people was something I struggle with. Cause for one, I spoke with a low pitch. I stuttered a little bit, and I ran my words without pausing. I still don't do it to this day.
do that.
But it's like just overcoming that, like practice to speak. If you don't speak in front of people, or that's your goal to trying to make far as with communication, just practice. Like just do like 10 second snippets or something until you, hey, you know what I'm saying, I'm comfortable doing this now.
Right.
Instead of like,
I'm talking about. I used to be in front of the webcam practicing talking.
I remember
in my room.
I remember back in school they said a good thing to do is like go in front of the mirror and then.
I used to do. I still do that though.
You say what you gonna say, but then it's like a speech.
yeah.
And then you like, oh, I messed up. Then you freeze.
Water is your best friend when speaking. That's your pause right there. Just
Be drinking the whole bottle.
look.
be slow to speak. I used to think like with public speaking, you got to be a fast talker.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and know what you're talking about. But it's really about being slow to speak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, allowing
Finding
other
that
people.
rhythm.
Allowing other people to understand even what you're talking about. Because I was like that too. No pause.
I'm talking about
What?
I can read the whole paper like 10 seconds. Alright, I'm gone. I'm sitting down. I gotta go to the bathroom. I promise you, I used to be scared to talk in front of people.
Yeah.
Even like in class though, like at school, no, I'm not getting in front of everybody. I used to hate the projects where we had to do the presentation. No. I'm not doing no talking.
Those practices it's helped us, as we can see,
you
because we
overcame
speaking
it,
in front of a camera.
Yeah.
That was your biggest fear.
We all overcame it though.
I'm talking a lot, which I never did. You're talking, which we had to get him to do. Like our first couple episodes, we was like, cool, bro, because he had say with everything before we record, because we was practicing. But then when we recorded,
Be quiet.
We like, cool. Say what you just said you was gonna say. Man, it's gonna take some time. All right, it's gonna take us some time. But now he's talking, so.
Yeah. But that's that. Just to dive back into the book, that's with refusing to accept defeat, because what you desire is to get better at what you fear.
Right.
That's all you literally did. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much like when we saying we all did that. We just deny defeat. You know what I'm saying? Our desires got us to this point. We all was fearful of doing things, but we had a desire to get better. And we eventually did over time as we progressed in life. That's all. That's the point. Like you gotta overcome that, and you gotta figure out how you gonna overcome your defeats, your temporary. What it said in the book, your temporary defeats. Does that mean that you won't be successful?
Right.
Every successful person has been defeated somewhere in life, or whatever it is that they go. I mean, point example. You know what I'm saying? Tyler Perry, his first couple shows, whatever. Nobody really showed up. Now look at him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He owned.
Sending
you know
out
what I'm saying?
iPads.
Them the biggest classics.
Yeah.
The ones, the plays.
yeah.
Them the
I
classics.
remember that. Used to see the curtain move.
Yeah. I purchased all of them on Amazon.
I used to hate it when they sung.
Oh,
I'd be like, oh my
Still,
god.
I appreciate the singing. Now, I used to fast forward, but now I'll be appreciating them.
Right.
But he said something in the book too. You're the master of your faith, the captain of your soul. So basically, you are with our desires, our thoughts, and training ourselves up into not being okay with being defeated in some areas. You know what I'm saying? But taking that and growing and continuing to master. You already got. If you got the faith to do it, you're gonna do it regardless. You know what I'm saying? You're not stopping. Ain't nothing gonna stop you.
Right.
So, yeah, I think chapter 2 is. I like chapter 2 overall.
It's a good book so far.
Yeah.
Oh, that for sure is.
Yeah.
I
So,
like that book.
thank you guys for tuning in on episode 8. We are on Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. That was chapters 1 and 2. Check us out, chapter 3 and 4 on the next episode. In the meantime, in between time, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tell your friends, to tell their friends, to tell their granny and their granddaddy.
Share the post.
Right.
Share the post on
Yeah.
all the platforms on social media. No.
Facebook, Financially Lit 2020, Instagram and Twitter, Financially Lit 2. My name is Damo,
I'm cool.
I'm just
Brian.
and we are Financially Lit.